In lesson 3-6, we're going to use what we've learned about solving two-step equations and one-step equations to apply to formulas involving perimeter and area. The formula for area that we're going to use, or the formula for perimeter that we're going to use, is perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. The length being the length of the rectangle, and the width being the width of the rectangle. So 2 times the length, because we have 2 lengths, plus 2 times the width, because we have 2 widths. And again, remembering that perimeter gives us the distance around a figure, in this case, the rectangle. The formula for area that we will use is area equals length times width. Okay, so we're going to take one of the lengths times one of the widths, and that will give me the area. And area is referring to the space inside of the shape, in this case, a rectangle. So to find the perimeter of this rectangle, we need to first start with the formula for a rectangle to find its perimeter. P equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So now we will substitute. We don't know the perimeter yet, so we're going to leave P in for perimeter. 2 times the length, which is 18 feet. So 2 times 18. I'm putting it in parentheses because I'm making a substitution. Plus 2 times the width, and the width is 2 feet. So I'll put that in parentheses since I'm making a substitution. Now I need to follow order of operations to simplify. 2 times 18 is 36, plus 2 times 2 is 4. Simplify again. Perimeter equals 36 plus 4 equals 40. For my units, since perimeter I'm finding the distance around, I'm going to use the units that were given is feet. So in this problem, the perimeter equals 40 feet. Example number 2. A painting has a perimeter of 68 inches. If the width of the painting is 13 inches, what is the length? So this problem is actually giving us the perimeter. Perimeter is 68 inches. And we know the width is 13 inches, and what we need to find is the length. So we'll start with our formula for finding perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Since we know perimeter, we're going to substitute perimeter in for 68 inches. And I don't know the length yet, so I'm going to leave 2 times L just as we see it, plus the width, 2 times 13. Now, if we remember back to solving two-step equations, we actually had step 1, simplify both sides of the equations. This time, we actually will need to simplify 2 times 13 before we can move forward. So 68 equals 2 times L plus, and 2 times 13 is 26. Step 2 of solving two-step equations, get rid of addition or subtraction to the side with the variable. L is my variable. We need to get rid of addition by subtracting 26 on both sides. (26) minus 26 will give us 0. We can bring 2 times L down. Bring my equal sign down. And 8 times 6 is 2. 6 times 2 is 4, or 6 minus 2 is 4. Step 3, get rid of multiplication or division to the side of the variable. So since I'm multiplying by 2, I will need to divide by 2 on both sides. So my length equals 21. Now I need to go back up and check to find out what my units are going to be. Inches is what I was using for units before. And since I'm solving for length, I'll continue to use inches. So my length for one of my sides in this rectangle is 21 inches. Find the area of the surface of the reservoir shown below. Since this problem is talking about area, we must use our area of a rectangle formula, which is A equals L times W. In this case, we're trying to find the area, so we don't know A yet. And the length is 4 miles. So I'm going to put that in parentheses. And the width is 2 miles, which I'll put in parentheses. So area equals 4 times 2 is 8. Now, when we're finding area, we need to remember that we're also taking miles times miles, which that's going to give us miles squared. So the area of this rectangle is 8 miles squared. Whenever we're solving for area, we're going to have square units. As opposed to before, when we were solving for length, we had just inches. They weren't square inches. And when we're solving for perimeter, we did not have square feet, we just had feet. So area is the only time where we will have square units. Example 4. A rectangle has an area of 33 square meters. If the length is 11 meters, we want to be able to find the width. Since we're talking about area, we need to use the formula for area. Area equals length times width. And in this problem, they've actually given us the area. So we'll substitute 33 in for A. And we also know the length is 11 meters, so we'll substitute 11 for L. And we don't know the width. Step 1, simplify both sides of the equations. We don't have anything we need to simplify. Step 2, get rid of addition and subtraction. We don't have any addition or subtraction, so we're down to step 3, get rid of multiplication and division. Since I'm multiplying by 11, I will need to divide by 11 on both sides. We get W equals 3. Since I'm solving for the width, even though this is an area problem, I'm actually solving for the width. My units are going to be meters. They are not meters squared because I'm not solving for